This week on Sailing Copycat, we finally get the boat back in the water after completing all the work to the hulls. We get into cleaning mode and take a tour of Lautoka.
For those of you playing along at home, this is the first video I've made today, and it's currently about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's been a pretty quiet day. We've gone to the office and got a bunch of the paperwork done that we tried to do yesterday, and so that was a bit boring and not worth filming. And now at the moment they're just putting the trailer, I guess. I'm sure it's got an official name underneath. And we're gonna get back in the water. Tasty water.
What are we doing, Matt?
Attempting to put the boat back in the water without causing any damage or destroying the boat. And I'm not completely convinced that they're putting it under the bulkheads, but they do it every day. And I've never had a boat like this before in my life. I'll be happy when it's back in the water. I'd have to say, that's how not to do it. Even the boat just peed its pants a little. Even Hans not impressed. They're just pushing it off the stands.
Did you miss this one?
Well, that's where the stands are, so I can't get there. But yes, I did miss a spot. So maybe I'll do that too.
Yeah. Oh, that's better. Okay. Looks like.
Yep. It's Saturday morning and the sun's just rising, and we saw on Envy's YouTube channel that they're gonna be splashing today, and as you can see up there, it's a full moon, and the water at the moment is the highest it's been since we've been here, and Envy has, I think it's about a 4-meter draft, and so they've got to chuck the boat up on an angle and have it at the highest tide possible. So we thought we'd go and have a look and see how it goes. I had to measure our stanchions, depending on who you talk to. I've found a few different sizes that they got. One's about 500 and one's about 650 millimeters long, and ours are 760, so not sure about that. I'll have to keep looking. Well, apparently NV are waiting on some bearings, so they weren't able to put back in today, so they've postponed it a whole month until they get the next big high tide. So we are back on board doing some cleaning, and Dad's just washed all the cushion covers, so he's putting the covers back on. I've just given the life jackets a bit of a wash because they had a bit of mold on them, and I went through and had a look at the BCDs that were on board, and they're beyond repair, which is a bit disappointing because we were told that it had scuba gear for 2, and so the scuba compressor is down there, which is pretty much rusted away that you wouldn't use it. That's this one, and so we've had to order a new compressor, and the BCDs we'll have to replace at some point as well, so not sure when we'll be going scuba diving yet, but we'll get there. Having fun, Dad? Getting there. So this is our probably, I would say 6th, maybe 7th pile that we've taken off the boat, and it's warm, but the boat's looking a million times better, and I'm sure we'll get to the point at some stage that I regret throwing something away, but at the moment we can't really afford to keep too much. A lot of the stuff there's all got mold on it, or it's starting to perish, and so I think the only thing worse than not having something is thinking that you do and then going to use it and it fails. So I prefer to get rid of anything that's a little bit suspect, and at least that way we know we don't have it and we know we need to get it.
I don't think these have been soaking water for years.
I highly doubt it, and if they have, it's been salt water.
Yeah.
So Dad got all the cushion covers back on, and looks like a bit of a rainbow, but they look clean, and more importantly, they feel clean.
Yep.
all done?
For today we are.
Yeah.
Starting to look better.
Yeah.
We just need to do the cockpit now.
Yeah, there's
more downstairs.
still a few hidey holes that we haven't only just found.
Yeah.
So we'll get them, but it'll live on another day, I reckon.
I think so.
Time for a share and a beer.
Yep.
That's my pirate plank. Definitely gonna end up in the drink one day.
Getting better.
I was hoping you were gonna make me famous. Alright, we'll head back. It's another morning, Monday morning, and we are getting everything together and shutting up shop and heading off into Lautoka for some adventure and hopefully to get a mattress. That'd be nice.
Pillows.
And some pillows. Pillows would be good too.
Hola.
Hola. The mattresses on the boat just stink, basically. They've been placed on top of some plastic, woven plastic that keeps a bed off the base so that air can circulate and the mattresses don't go moldy. But now they stink like the plastic, and I think they're moldy as well. So they all need to come off the boat, and we need to get some replacements ready for when we get back here, because we'll be flying in and landing at, I think, 8 at night. So we'll be getting back to the boat pretty late, and we don't really have time to organize it. So we want our beds all set up, ready for when we get back. So we're gonna grab a taxi and head into Lautoka. Morning.
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 Morning, morning.
So we've found the mattresses that we want and some pillows, and we're just heading to an ATM to get some cash out so we don't have to pay an extra 3% for ATM fees, for credit card fees. So while it's still not too hot out, we thought we'd take a stroll down the road and go and check out the bay. And we got in town early. Morning. Which means we've got all day to wander around and do whatever we need to do. So we'll try and fit in a little bit of sightseeing along the way. We found what looks like a bit of a bay. Pretty nice spot. It takes a little bit to get used to in shops here because they want to be super helpful, and so they follow you around. And back home, that's what they do when you're stealing. Hola. Found a nice supermarket this time, and it's air conditioned, so we might wander around for a little, pretend like we can't find stuff. Can we make a stop at ANZ at the ATM? Just jumped in a taxi and found some ATMs because I'm running out of money. and they only let you get 900 Fijian out at a time. And seeing as though I owe Dad for the mattresses, I'll need to do that a couple times.
On the next episode of Sailing Copycat, we finally take a day off and go on an adventure to a private island where we spend the day snorkeling.